What's up, guys? Moses here once again, bringing you this third part and final of the progression through mapping. Next video is going to be a complete guide for this character, but just to kind of like recap on what we've been doing, I swapped at level 40 something to Cerberus Limb. It's quite insane. I had Life Sprig until then. It's quite insane because you get a bunch of spell damage and cast speed. Obviously, the elemental damage is irrelevant because we're pure chaos damage over time type thing, so elemental damage doesn't apply. Bane is actually ridiculous. Alright, so what we ended up doing was getting Whispers of Doom, and now Bane is linked with both Temp Chain and Despair. Each one of them gives it 40%, 44 at this level 16, 44% more damage per curse applied. It's just stupid. You're gonna see. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Controlled Destruction, Ink AoE is actually pretty strong, and Arcane Surge. I don't know why, but for some reason right-click it, stop leveling it. You want to level it up because you don't care. I mean, you're not gonna be using it. I mean, you may use it, but at least that's what I've been using so far. Another 4-link that we have, I changed it when I added Temp Chains. Up until Temp Chains, I just had Blight. Val Blight over here. Yeah, that's the one. So up until Temp Chains, I was just using Val Blight. But now, when I needed to add it, I didn't really want to remove any of the Arcane Surge or the increased area or the Control Destruction. You know, so I had to just have Val Blight have its own 4-link, which is Val Blight Swift Affliction, Infused Channeling. Just because I had a 20% quality one, but you can use Control Destruction or any of the other more chaos or more spell damage gems. It really doesn't really matter. This setup is ridiculously strong. Outside of that, at level 64, we picked up in Presence. Now, Bane currently is the one applying the Despair, but it's a pretty decent amulet, right? It has some cast resist, some more damage over time. The Maddening Presence allows us to get an increased damage, you know. Oh, sorry. Whenever we kill a rare enemy, it affects enemies around us, reducing their damage and action speed. So it slows down enemies around us. There's a little circle around us, so you're going to be able to see it in the gameplay if you're not familiar. And when we're transitioning into our endgame build, we're going to have Despair with Blasphemy reduced mana reservation completely there, so that's kind of awesome. And it has, you know, additional cast damage, some more life. Overall, pretty solid amulet for that. Changed the boots for like 30 movement speed, whatever. And we killed Kitava, picked up, yeah. So the first Ascendancy node was the Patient Reaper, and after that, what I did was before Kitava, I did both of the remaining Ascendancies. We picked up Prolonged Pain, and then with the Arcane, whatever, and then we went kill Kitava, easy clap. In the end, you type slash passives, and what you should see after you kill Kitava is 24 skill points. That means you've done every single one of the quests if you've killed all 3 bandits, which is what we do with this build. At this point, I am collecting some Pantheon powers. It's kind of a nice thing to do. I'm looking for level 72 because I still haven't bought the gems for the level, you know, for the endgame build. But it's going to be 21 gems, level 21, 20 quality gems, and for level 21 you need level 72. Outside of that, I can already equip my staff right here with the Castle Channeling, and yeah. But we can't equip the actual gems, and I'm just gonna buy one for Bane and for for Soulrend and for Blight. So in the meanwhile, I'm just collecting some Pantheon powers. So let's see, just the low white maps. There is Jungle Valley, but I actually don't think I have a low tier one. Maybe by a small chance Zana has one. No, I don't have a Jungle Valley. I have a level 16 one, but this is a level 66 character. Obviously, we're not doing that. We can do Sulfur Vents to show you how ridiculous Bane really is. Sulfur. No rare unID'd, whatever. You just Alk and go, it doesn't matter what happens because you're immune to reflect, so that's pretty sweet. And then Divine Vessel for the Pantheon power. Sol Solaris, it doesn't matter. I just like having all my characters, you know, Pantheon powers up. And we'll run a map for the last time for these progression videos. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I usually never kind of like, you know, I never really do these. But I figured, you know, if I'm leveling up with a different skill, maybe I'll show you guys what I did and how I leveled. By all means, this is not the only way to level up. Like, see, it's just ridiculous. You one tap and everything just melts. It's ridiculous. Anyways, this is definitely not the only way to level up. It's just the way I did, and most likely the gem slots were not optimal. It's the first time I'm playing a chaos type build, and I haven't looked any kind of guides. I just used, you know, common sense of about 2 years of making characters, and this is where we are. Falling in love with Trickster, it's actually a very, very good class. It's the first time I'm playing it. Purifying Flame in this, like first time this league I'm playing Trickster. After the rework, it seems like a very solid build. It's a very solid class to play. And yeah, you got that Blight action going. The boss goes down super quickly. It's a very, very fun build. And we have a new Pantheon power right here. Feels pretty good. On to the next one. Anyways, that was it for me for right now. The next video on this character is going to be when the character is maybe level 80 or so. Full guide going through the entire game plan for this character. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.